On the playground, how do you build place value? Author Donna Loughran. A new playground set. Mr. Bryant is a builder. He is also Henry and Sasha's dad. Mr. Bryant is building a new playground for Henry and Sasha's school. But Mr. Bryant needs their help. He wants to finish the playground before school starts. He has measurements to make. He has problems to solve, and he has things to put together. Mr. Bryan used lots of numbers in his work. A number has digits. There are 10 digits in all. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In a number, each digit has a place value. The place value tells you how much the digit stands for. In this book, you will learn about place value. Understanding place value will help you understand numbers in different ways. Counting hundreds, tens, and ones. Mr. Bryan needs many plugs. He will use them to join the pieces of the playground together. Mr. Bryan tells Henry and Sasha that he needs 212 yellow plugs to build the slide. How will they gather that many plugs? Idea 1. Henry and Sasha can use place value blocks. They collect 200 blocks, one 10 block, and two ones. Do you think this is a good way to model 212? Why or why not? Idea number 2. Henry and Sasha can use bean sticks to show place value. How many of you have ever seen bean sticks or used them before? Well, here's an illustration of what bean sticks look like. Do you think this is a good way to model 212? Why or why not? Idea number 3. Henry and Sasha can use linking cubes to show place value. Do you think this is a good way to model 212? Why or why not? Discover activity. Role place values. Play a game with a friend or with family members. Take turns. Roll 3 number cubes. Put them side by side. Write and say the number they make. Let's use the number cubes in the picture as an example. You can put the cubes side by side to make the number 321. You would say the words 321. Give yourself 1 point if you say the number correctly. What number? 321. Good job. Now, tell how many hundreds, tens, and ones are in 321. There are 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 1 one. Give yourself an extra point if you are correct. How many hundreds? 3 hundreds. Good job. How many tens, boys and girls? 2 tens. Awesome. How many ones? 1. That's right. Now, let your friend take a turn. The first player to earn 15 points is the winner. Building place value. Mr. Bryan says, Henry and Sasha, I need red plugs now. Will you bring me 54 red plugs, please? How many groups of tens are there in 54? I hope you said 5 tens. How many ones are there? I hope you said 4 ones. Use place value blocks to find the answer. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens. 5 tens has a value of 50. How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 ones in 54. How many tens? 5 tens. How many ones? 4 ones. What's the number? 54. Great job. Next, Mr. Bryan says, Harry and Sasha, I need more plugs. I have 3 red roofs to put together. I need 330 red plugs in all. How many hundreds are in the number 330? How many tens? How many ones? Use bean sticks to find the answer. How many hundreds? 3 hundreds. Awesome. How many tens? 3 tens. How many ones? There aren't any ones. There are 0 ones. There's a 0 in the ones place. What number? 330. How many hundreds? 3 hundreds. How many tens? 3 tens. Are there any ones? No. Did you know some children play marble games on playgrounds? People have played with marbles for 3,000 years. That's a very long time, boys and girls. Greater than and less than. Mr. Bryan added a giant box in his playground plans. He plans to fill the box with colorful balls. There will be 61 green balls and 58 blue balls. There will be red and yellow balls too. You can use place value to compare numbers. Place value tells you if a number is greater than, or less than, or equal to another number. There will be 61 green balls. There will be 58 blue balls. Compare the tens. Which number is greater, 6 tens or 5 tens? Yes, 6 tens is greater. Use Lincoln cubes to show the numbers 61 and 58. Is 61 greater than or less than 58? I hope you said 61 is greater than 58. Why? If you look at the tens place, you will see a 6 in 61 and a 5 in 58. 6 tens is greater than 5 tens. So therefore, 61 is the greater number. Say they added 150 red balls and 130 yellow balls. Which number is greater? Compare the hundreds first. They are the same. Each number has one group of 100s. Compare the tens next. Which is greater, 5 tens or 3 tens? Is 150 greater than or less than 130? Yes, 150 is greater than 130. Math at work. There are many different kinds of playgrounds. All playgrounds start as an idea. Builders sketch their ideas on paper. Then they make special drawings. Do you know what these drawings are called? These drawings are called blueprints. You can think of a blueprint as a building plan. Architects usually use blueprints to design their buildings. Mr. Bryan, for example, didn't start building right away. Instead, he made a blueprint. He measured carefully to know how much space there was for the playground. Then he planned what would fit in the space. He measured other things too: wood, rope, plastic, pipes, boards. Every measurement was exact. Why do you think Mr. Bryant measured so carefully before he began building? Connecting to history, have you ever had a ride on a carousel? A carousel is a kind of merry-go-round. People ride painted wooden animals. Music plays as the animals go round and round. The oldest carousel in the United States is in Rhode Island. It is called the Flying Horse Carousel. It was made in 1876. The Flying Horse Carousel has 20 horses in all. They do not move up and down on poles. Instead, they hang from a frame at the center of the carousel. When the carousel spins, the horses fly. Each horse is carved from wood. Its mane and tail are made of real horsehair. Its saddle is made of leather, and its eyes are made of stones. Would you like to ride on a carousel like this? Wow, sounds very interesting. What's the word? It is always fun to swing on a playground. Robert Louis Stevenson must have liked to swing too. He wrote this poem. I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Swing. How do you like to go up in a swing? Up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it is the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide. River and trees and cattle and all over the countryside. Till I look down on the garden green, down on the roof so brown, up in the air I go, flying again, up in the air and down. Do you enjoy going up in a swing as much as this boy does? Playground fun. Sasha, Henry, and their friends like to play hopscotch. So Mr. Bryan painted a hopscotch board for them. In all, 102 children played hopscotch in 1 week. The next week, 104 children played. Which number is less, 102 or 104? I hope you said 102. Why is 102 less than 104? You should notice that each number has a 1 in the hundreds place, so they are the same. Then if you look at the tens place, there's a 0. That's also the same. So therefore, we have to compare the digit in the ones place. 2 ones is less than 4 ones. Therefore, 102 is less than 104. Basketball is fun to play on the playground too. Harry and his friends shoot baskets. They give themselves 1 point for every ball that goes through the net. In one game, Henry got 22 points. Tanisha got 19 points. Martin got 21 points. Of those 3 players, who got the most points? Yes, Henry got the most points. He scored 22 points. Can you put these scores in order from least to greatest? Go. 22, 19, 21. What's the order from least to greatest? You should have said 19, 21, and 22. These children play basketball on a playground. What games do you like to play on the playground? Math ideas, count them all. Mr. Bryan finished the yellow slides. He put together the red roofs. Then it was time to work on the ladders. Harry and Sasha, he called, will you please bring me 384 gray plugs? The children's eyes opened wide. Mr. Bryan saw the children looking at him. He chuckled. What does the word chuckled mean? It means to laugh. Yes, boys and girls, Mr. Bryant chuckled when they said that. You can count to 384 plugs, he said. Think about the different ways you can do it. Idea number one, you can use place value blocks, said Mr. Bryant. How many hundred blocks will you need? How many tens blocks? How many ones? Then you can find matching number of plugs. Place value blocks make counting easy and fast. Harry and Sasha can use place value blocks to figure out how many plugs their dad needs. Idea number two, or you can use bean sticks to figure out how many plugs to get. Mr. Bryan said, Dad is right, Sasha said, but that's a lot of beans and it would take a long time. Idea number three, or you can use Lincoln cubes to show how many plugs to get. Mr. Bryan added, Dad is right again, said Henry, but I don't know what to snap, but I don't want to snap many cubes together. Then we'll use place value blocks, Sasha said. How many hundreds, tens, and ones are in 384? There are 3 hundreds, 8 tens, and 4 ones. At last, the playground is finished. Mr. Bryan did a great job. So did Harry and Sasha. Now it's time to play. What comes next? Imagine building new objects for a playground. Make a plan. Begin with questions. What would the objects do? How would children use it? How could you make it so that all children could use it? How many children could use it at one time? How could you make it safe for all children? What kinds of building materials would you need? Draw a picture of the object. Describe what it is made of. Use cardboard to make a model. Visit a building store with an adult, or search the internet together. Find out if you could build the objects you design. You can make your own playground fun. I hope you enjoyed reading with me today, boys and girls. I enjoyed you guys. Have a great day.